Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Wishing everybody a happy Monday. Mondays suck, people. You get a sip of coffee. Right? By far the best beard on YouTube. I gave you so far today 5 prospects, draft prospects to look out for. I also gave you, I believe, 5 or 6 draft risers. I'm going to give you 2 more draft risers that before the year were getting no love. One kid is the favorite to win the Heisman. And ironically, I gave you both of these kids in May. So I know my personality. I know I got a deep voice, sexy voice. At least that's what the women tell me. I come off a certain type of way, but that's the way I talk. I might come off sarcastic, but I'm not. And can't teach an old dog new tricks. So you either hate me now, love me forever. But in the summer, in May, the spring, one of my first videos, and it's on my channel, you can check it out, was Miami wide receiver Xavier Restrepo. And I told you I like to comp people. I comped him as the Spanish Wes Welker. Is he going to blow you away in the 40-yard dash? No. He just has a crazy knack for getting open. He's slippery. He's speedy. He has a 17-yard average per catch. So far this year, he has 51 catches, 860 yards, and 9 touchdowns. And the year's not even over yet. He just broke this past Saturday every wide receiver that Miami's ever had, all their records. Let that sink in for a moment, people. On top of that, last year, Xavier Restrepo played with 4 different quarterbacks last year. But let's think about some of the Miami wide receivers that have come out over the years. Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. Hall of Famer Andre Johnson. Santana Moss. Reggie Wayne. And I'm going to drop a name a lot of guys never even heard of unless you're a U fan, like I always been. They had a kid in the 90s, man. He was a Michael Irvin 2.0. His name was Yatil Green. This kid ran like a deer. He was like 6'2", 6'3", 190. It was beautiful watching him run. And he would just go up and grab the ball out of the sky. So now Jimmy Johnson is coaching at the Miami Dolphins at that point. He's like, that's my Michael Irvin. The Miami Dolphins drafted him in the first round. I believe he went like in the teens. Sad, man. In fact, first day of practice, he blew his knee out. Training camp, he blew out his knee as a rookie. The following year, he rehabbed it. He came back. And like within the first week or two of training camp, he blew out the same knee for the second time. And that's it. He never, ever, ever played it down in the NFL. But for my guys that watch my channel, if you're a U fan, look up Yatil Green. Bro, this kid would have been nasty. He would have been Michael Irvin 2.0. I take that back. I don't know if he had the heart and the work ethic as Michael Irvin had, but yo, he was nasty in college. Also, for my U fans, one of the best defensive linemen I've ever seen play was Rusty Medeiros, defensive end. He had 6.5 sacks in one game. He blew his knee out. He never was the same. Took 2 years off, tried to come back, and he just couldn't. If those two kids would have stayed healthy, you would have heard about them. They would have played a long, long time in the NFL. But for Miami Hurricane fans, look up Rusty Medeiros, defensive end, and look up Yatil Green, wide receiver. It's a shame these two dudes injured themselves and never went on to play in the NFL. That's why it's important to get your degree, guys. Next kid I gave you guys in May, Cam Ward, transfer from Washington State to the U. Nobody was really pumping him up. Nobody was really pumping Miami up. I will tell you one thing. Miami better tighten their defense up because we all know their offense can put up 50-plus points a game easily, but they run into tougher competition. Yo, you got Duke scoring 30-plus over you. That's a problem. Right? They do have a crazy young secondary, Miami. They lost a lot of their secondary last year. They lost both their safeties. But the U has a young secondary. But for the U to go on, you want to be in the championship game, national championship game, you better tighten up your defense. So Cam Ward, who's talking about him? Started off at Incarnate Ward College. Then he transferred to Washington State. Then he transferred to Miami this past year. Nobody was giving this kid love. Nobody. I was. I got to know a little something. There's a method to my madness. I love being that guy that can pound my chest and go, I was talking about him. I was. Nobody else was. But ironically, Cam Ward is now the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. And in my opinion, that truly does mean nothing unless it helps you, feed your family 20 years from now. You can't eat a trophy. Can you use that trophy to pay your bills? How many quarterbacks have won the Heisman that have been straight up busts in the NFL? But this kid has 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's mobile. He has over 200 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And this is going to be me nitpicking now. And honestly, I should be at 411 because I haven't dropped him as an official draft prospect. I just talked to him about him in passing with the U. So I really should be at 411, but I'll let him slide. He could beat you with his feet. This kid has a cannon for an arm. But every once in a while, and you could listen, as long as he has a good quarterback coach in the NFL, and as long as he doesn't go to the Carolina Panthers, this kid has a shot because he has a cannon. But every once in a while, he will make a throw that you're going to be like, yo, what the hell were you thinking? Like, he will run to the right side of the field and throw across his body. And I mean like a bomb. And you see an interception. So every once in a while, he gets like a, yo, what the hell moment. Crazy talent. High, number one. A lot of people's eyes, he's number one to win the Heisman. It's probably going to be either him or Travis Hunter or Gentry out of Boise State. But I was talking about these guys in May. Check your favorite content creators out. Your draft guys, so-called. Like I said, these draft people, the majority, some guys know their stuff. The majority of them, the only draft they ever got was the wind coming in the door or the draft from an open window. That's the majority of people know about the draft. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. Also, check out the Frisco Report that appears usually Wednesday night or Thursday night with Joe Rod and Mike. Check out Cowboys Corner, Talking Crazy Cowboys Corner on Saturday nights. Check him out. Sub and subscribe to both those channels. We got Cowboys Champs. Sign in, check in his channel, subscribe. We got 1980s Cowboys. Sub and subscribe his channel. We got Cowboys Fiend, OG himself, man. Give him some love. And we got Eshan, Hollywood's newest upcoming actor, man. Paladonia Films Productions on YouTube and .com. We might not be the most popular, but we say it like it is. Mondays suck, bro. Over and out, everybody.